Hey there, folks. Peter here with BlackRock Business. Welcome back to the channel. Today, once again, we are going to be speaking about the multi-store edition. More specifically, today we're going to talk about transferring inventory quantity numbers from one store to another. So in real life, this would be like if you maybe ran out of stock at one of your stores, but you got extra stock at another store. And so you might just go ahead and bring some of that inventory over there to replenish. Another place this comes in handy is if you have your store chain set up with maybe one location that is a warehouse location. And so sometimes people do all their receiving at their warehouse location, and then they kind of distribute it out to their other branches. And in that case, they would be filling these transfer slips to move the quantities from one location to another in the point of sale, while in real life, they are actually also physically moving these products from one store to another. There's a number of other situations where this would come in handy, or where you would be using this to move your quantities from one to the other, but I think those are the main ones. So right here, I do have my multi-store headquarters, which is my main location. And then actually on a virtual machine, as we saw in the other videos, I have store number 2 right here, which I can drag over and manipulate at the same time. And so we're going to start out in store number 1 headquarters here. I'm going to look at the item list and see what we have an overabundance of quantities on. Let's see here. So you can see, once again, I have my 2 locations. Each has its own column here of quantities. I'm running into the negative on the main one. I'm obviously not doing a very good job at counting my inventory or doing things correctly, but this is just my demonstration playground version. So let's see here. It looks like we have 82 5-inch wires and 68 gig computer memories, but we have none at the other location. This is just a simple example here. And so to transfer, of course, in real life, I'm going to gather these up, and I'm going to transfer about half of them over to my other location, bring them over there in my car or my truck, or even ship them over there if it's a long distance. But I'm going to do item number 25 and 59 here. And so on my inventory menu, I'm going to do a new transfer slip. And I'm going to keep in mind that I'm going from the location WAC to the location EDI. If you've set up your own codes for your multi-stores, then it would look similar with your own store codes there. But yeah, inventory menu, new transfer slip. And now I probably forgot those item numbers because I started talking a little bit more. So I'm transferring from store WAC to store EDI. You will keep in mind also, as an extra option, the headquarters location can decide to transfer something from a different store to a different store, or from the other store to headquarters. It has total control over creating transfer slips and enacting those. And then, of course, in your store exchange, those are going to move the numbers, the quantities, and you'll see that at each store. And so these quantities that move, they're not actually going to come into effect in the point of sale until you do a store exchange. Of course, they need to communicate with each other. So let's see if I can find those. I know I had one was a wire of some sort, which apparently does not come up. Let's see, I think it was 5-inch wire. There it is. So 5-inch wire. I can see the item, or I can see that there are 82 available here at WAC. I'm going to move half of those, and so on my transfer slip, I'm going to put in 40. And then what was the other thing there? It was like a circuit board or something. So circuit board, we got 50 of those over here at the WAC headquarters location. I am going to be moving 25 of those over to the EDI location in my multi-store chain. By the way, if you didn't notice, this store is Edina, and that's why it is the EDI store. It's just a shorthand code to signify it. And I can put any other comments I want to down here as historical value. I can say EDI was short on these items, or whatever else you want to write there. I am logged in as sysadmin. I could put a carrier in here. I guess if I am shipping, I could put FedEx right there. This is going to happen today, and it tells me actually the total cost value that I am moving over there. Because if you want to do inventory valuation from one store to another, this is the cost value that is actually moving to that store. So if I want to print it out for my old paper records, I can do that. A couple other things here. We are showing item pictures if there were any. I can remove items. I could actually look at the entire item list and select items to move. And I can look at the transfer history. Editing comments is already happening down here. That might not show up if you have certain touchscreen options turned on, so you'd have to come here to enter that then. But that's pretty much it. It's very simple format here. Just like many other screens in point of sale, you're going to add a bunch of items and quantities to this. And now I can either save or save and print. So I'm going to save this and close it out. Now, right away, we can notice on my item list at headquarters that half of the 80 went over here. And then, what was that? Oh, circuit board was the other one I did, not computer memory. So if I look at circuit board, I can see that we've got 29 and 25, where there used to be 0 here. So now the headquarters realizes that it's that way. Now, if I pull over my remote store here, I have not done a store exchange yet, and I'm going to go to the item list, and we will look at the 5-inch wire, and I can see that on-hand quantity, which is the entire company, has 82. There's 82 at WAC, but my remote store thinks that there's still 0 at the remote store. And the same would be if we looked up that circuit board. The changes have not happened yet. So pulling this back real quick, back to the headquarters location, I am going to do a store send. Sending, done. Okay, everybody wants my attention suddenly because it's 4 o'clock. So, it's coming up to 4 o'clock anyway. Now here at my remote store, of course, I'm going to be doing the store receive. One file is waiting. Okay, we're going to process that in. It's going to do its normal store exchange stuff. You could do a full round trip if you feel like it, but in this case, we don't really need to. So there we have received it in. Now, if I want to, I could go on inventory and I could go to transfer history and I would be able to see. Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. Back that out. All right, now that we are done with that store exchange, I can head over to my item list and we will check out the 5-inch wire that I transferred. And you can see now that our on-hand quantity has moved 40 over to this store, and now they are ready for selling. And of course, the same would go with circuit board. There you go, you got 25 there. My name's Peter with BlackRock Business. If this was helpful for you, go ahead and hit that like button down there. Before we go any further, don't forget to click on the link down in the description below to join up with our QuickBooks Point of Sale Facebook group. We'd be happy to see you there and answer any questions you might have. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit subscribe down below. All right.